Warning, warning. You are entering an extreme moisture zone. Proceed with caution. Humidity levels are dangerously high. You may come into contact with actual water. Enter at your own risk. The greenhouse assumes no responsibility for your safety. Rumbling washing machine, architect, engineer, builder extraordinaire. It was she who designed and constructed the original ironworks, ushering in the industrial age of industry. Now mass-produced, standardized goods could replace primitive, ad hoc artifacts, and modern mechanimal society could begin. Which it did.
Hey, who else but the fabulous Lugnut? Ta-da! Starting out as a humble sludge jack, Lugnut had a vision and guts. So when he realized he could custom brew oil drinks for the pleasurable enjoyment of all society, plus make a great living at it, he went ahead and he did it. And fame and fortune did come to him. His place, Lugnut's, is doing great. And he generously funded this very exhibit. Okay? Okay.
Polymer Clampett, the first great industrialist. It was he who discovered the vast main olefer, the sea of oil from which flows all mechanimal food, fuel, and fun. It was he who built the derricks to recover it, the pipeline to distribute it, the refineries to refinerize it. Polymer Clampett, the dude of crude. Breakerot, master glass worker and mass glass worker master. It was he who discovered the first crystal lode, inaugurating the use of glass and initiating the construction of the glass works. And it was Breakerot who led the upstart hobbyist glass worker cult into its present-day incarnation as a professional organization respected throughout mechanimal society. Water. The mere word brings visions of horror to the mind, a substance whose powers of destruction are limitless. The keepers of the greenhouse have spent a number of years assembling this exhibit so that the average mechanimal citizen could witness for themselves this fearsome force of nature. Rest assured, this exhibit has been thoroughly safeguarded. The case is monitored and wired with a super-sensitive alarm system. If the slightest particle of liquid were to be released, the red light would flash and the entire building would be sealed. Also on display is an artifact generously lent to us from the ironworks. This was unearthed in the famous find of the first Mechanimal. You can see for yourself the horrifying condition of this artifact. The poor creature to whom this belonged was obviously exposed to a large quantity of the dreaded liquid. Don't be haunted by this display. Let it serve as a warning. While, yes, we'll say it, water may be rarely come upon in our world, it does exist. If you are unlucky enough to discover some, do not attempt to contain it yourself. Repeat, do not. Immediately call the keepers of the greenhouse. They are trained professionals who can deal with the situation. Magnetism. It surrounds our world, forming a deadly border that none can penetrate. This demonstration has been assembled by Cathode, senior alchemist at the ironworks. She has spent most of her life studying magnetic waves and working toward a cure. Now, behold the awesome power of the magnet. Be warned, this is not for the faint of heart. There. Can you believe the mighty destructive immensity of its force? The staff here at the MHS is on hand to offer counseling to those who may need it. Now, take a moment to collect yourself, then move on and enjoy the other exhibits. The Mechanimal Historical Society has assembled many of the amazing artifacts found in the famous excavation site at the Ironworks. Unearthed at this site are what are believed to be the remains of the oldest known Mechanimal and its belongings. We can only speculate as to what many of these objects were used for. Chemical analysis of the thin sheet in the lower right corner shows it to be made of pulverized organic fibrous matter. Wood. This must have been a rich Mechanimal indeed. Due to the recent theft of one of the priceless artifacts in the exhibit, we regret that there is no touching allowed. If you turn to the right of this case, you can see the reconstructed skeleton of what our ancient ancestor may have looked like.
The Mechanimal Historical Society is pleased to present an intimate look at one of the oldest and most respected institutions in the Mechanimal world, the Glassworks. The Glassworks was founded by the great Breakerot after he discovered the remarkable crystalline geode in which the Glassworks now resides. You can see his portrait on permanent exhibit here at the Mechanimal Historical Society. Glassworkers are devoted to their vocation, making for a rather secretive society, which makes this exhibit all the more intriguing. The path to becoming a glassworker is multi-tiered. Novices learn the many aspects of the glass-making process. Only the most promising and dedicated of these move on to the next level, that of apprentice. Here we see a group of glassworkers, including several apprentices along the front. Working in small teams, apprentices become immersed in the painstaking techniques of blowing, shaping, and coloring the glass. Time and ability determine who will be the few who will move to the next level, that of glassmaster. Glassmasters focus on one specific aspect of the glass process. They oversee the teams of apprentices and become responsible for the design and creation of the sculptures and objects produced at the glassworks. The rarest and most esteemed level attainable is that of Elder. Only the most talented and visionary glassmaster may be chosen. Elders are the guiding lights of the glassworks. They oversee the creations and ponder all issues of glass set before them. The beauty of the sculptures made here are unique in this industrial society. You won't see anything like this coming out of the ironworks. The artistic qualities of glass can be harnessed for more practical use as well. This amazing map of New Torque City was commissioned by Lugnut and is on view at Lugnut's just a short walk from the MHS. Lugnut has developed an ongoing business relationship with the Glassworks, so much so that the workers created this marvelous bust in Lugnut's honor. The most remarkable of all creations to come out of the Glassworks is this sculpture, commonly known as the Sun Sculpture after a fanciful concept in an ancient legend. This sculpture glows with an inner light unlike anything in the Mechanimal world, with the exception of the sphere and the oracle, after which it was modeled. Be sure not to miss this astounding attraction, located in the Sculpture Garden, just a short walk from the MHS and Lugnut's. And of course, make sure you visit the Glassworks itself and experience its majesty in person. And when you're done, stop off for a quick glass of oil at Lugnut's. Just a short walk from the Glassworks, it's Lugnut's. Only the best.
Attention, attention. Intense magnetic field ahead. Visitors are required to stand behind the warning line. Enjoy your visit.